If you're doing the same thing you did last Saturday morning, your Monday's going to be the same Monday. It's just that simple. I mean, you could literally do anything. Anything. You could go rob a bank. You could run down the street naked. You could walk backwards for 6 hours. You can do anything. Well, I really probably should have thought this through a little bit before I turn on the camera, but you have more power than you realize. My challenge to you, my challenge to everyone is go make a story, go make an adventure, go do something. Get up. Do something different. But get up. For God's sakes, get up, get up, get up. And wake up. So forgive me for doing this so early, so ill-prepared, both physically and mentally, but I wanted to share something going into the weekend that has been bothering me since Monday of this week. When I got to work Monday, I have a tendency to ask people what they did for the weekend and, how was it? It's a typical nice thing to ask somebody. And one of the people I work with, I had asked her how her weekend was, and she said, and again, forgive me ahead of time because I'm paraphrasing most of this conversation until a very distinct sentence she said to me, and that's what prompted me to make this video. I'd asked her how her weekend was, and she said something to the effect of, it was just okay. And I have a tendency to ask people why. Like, why was it just okay? And I forget what she said exactly, but it ended with a statement that has been plaguing me since that weekend, both for her personally and for people in general. I said something about, why didn't you make it better? She implied that she couldn't make it better. Forward ahead to the comment that really bugged me, or I guess I don't even know if the bug's the right word, that really stuck with me, is she said to me, you must think I have a lot more power than I do. And I said to her, I'm happy that I thought to say this to her, you have more power than you realize. But she basically implied that she couldn't do anything to make her weekend more exciting or more better or whatever. Then I just don't understand that. Now, I'm not saying you have the, well, no, you do have the power to make your weekend fantastic or whatever you want to do, but you certainly have the power to try. I tell people all the time, like, do something. Like, go out of your house and take a left instead of a right. Like, you can't keep doing the same things you always do and expect it to change differently. Like, if you always have your weekends the way you do, or if you, then yeah, they're not going to be any better. That's my response to her, to anybody, is you have the power to make your weekend great, to make your life great, to do, but you certainly have the power to go into work on Monday and not say, it was okay. Now, I think we have this thing in our head that I'm not saying you should fly to Vegas, but you know what you want to do. You know how to take a step towards that. You know you have the power to make your life better. You have the power to make your weekend better, and you can't sit around all weekend so you can complain about it on Monday. And if you do, shame on you. You do have the ability to be your own hero. You have the ability to be your own author. You have the power to be anything you want to be. And make no mistake, you are where you are because of who you are. You're always doing what you want to do. So if you're sitting on the couch this weekend doing nothing, that's because you want to be sitting on the couch this weekend and doing nothing. I don't know if you're going to get it right the first weekend. I don't know if you're going to get it right the first try, but I know until you try, you're not going to get it right. And you can't do that. You can't go into work Monday saying you didn't have the weekend you wanted to have when you didn't do anything to make it better. And we have this notion in our head that it's not like the weekend I saw on Instagram, and it's not like the weekend I saw in the movies, and it's not that. But is that really the only two choices you have? Sit around doing nothing or have a movie-style weekend? I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, you have the power to make your life better. You have the power to make your weekend better. You can do anything. Like, I just, and I say I don't understand that, but in a way I do. I used to do the same thing, and it occurred to me finally that you can change it by just a little bit. Do something different. If you don't like the fact that you're inside all day on Saturday, then go stand outside for 30 minutes. And if you don't like the fact that you wasted 6 hours watching a TV, then watch it for 5 hours. Do something, for God's sakes. And know that, again, you're not going to probably get it right the first weekend. But you're going to make your life better. Do one thing this weekend to make your life better. Create a story. Do something. Like, don't go. So, yes, you have the power to make your life better. And if you don't, who does? Like, it's ridiculous to think you're trapped in a life because someone else has the power over your life. I mean, you could literally do anything. Anything. You could go rob a bank. You could run down the street naked. You could walk backwards for 6 hours. You can do anything. And again, those are ridiculous examples. I get that. But there's this spectrum. You could, between robbing a bank and sitting on your butt all weekend. I mean, anything you want in there. So don't go in Monday saying that you had an okay weekend, or don't go in Monday saying you didn't do what you wanted to do. Do something. For God's sakes, do something. At least try. Like, at least try to make it better. And if nothing else, that's your story. Like, you tried to paint a picture and it didn't go well. You do something. And it doesn't have to be about money. It doesn't. I hear people say that all the time. Like, I don't have the money to go out. You have the money to go outside. Like, you may not have the money to go to a club in New York, but you have the money to go outside. You don't have the money to, I don't know, buy a brand new Canon Mark III, but you have the power to go take your iPhone to the park. You have the money. You have the resources. You have something. And if I heard it said recently, if money is your problem, make more money. Like, stop believing you are a victim to life. I mean, there are people, don't get me wrong, they're trapped in extraordinary circumstances. But we are not, most people are not those people. Like, you have the power to make your life better, at least by a little bit this weekend. You can't go from, well, you can do anything you want to do. It's not a likely path that you can go from your mediocre existence to, this Mark Zuckerberg level this weekend. But you can you can take a step in that direction. You can go in Monday with a great story. You can stop it. Just, forgive me ahead of time because I'm about to use a cuss word, and I try not to do that much on here. But again, it reminds me of that saying that I hear all the time, and I completely believe in it. The only thing standing between you and the life you want to lead is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself. Like, I can't. You can. And if you're not doing it, it's your fault. Like, period. End of conversation. And I know that pisses people off. And if God forbid you're watching, not God forbid, I hope you're watching this. If you're watching this, and I know that just pissed you off, but the truth is, yes, you can make your life better. You can do something different. And it's crazy for you. And you're always going to be a victim while you believe that someone else has the power over your life. You have the power over your life. You can do anything you want to do. There are consequences to everything. But yes, you can do anything you want to do. And we're always doing what we want to do. Always. Like, we're always doing what we want to do. If you're sitting around being miserable, it's because you want to sit around being miserable. If you're staying in all weekends because you wanted to stay in all weekend, like, stop with the crazy, I had nothing else better to do. You always have something better to do. And it's until you believe that, until you realize that, not believe it, it's true. It's not like, I was going to say it's not like Santa Claus, but there is a Santa Claus, don't let me. It's just true. It's just true. It's not something you need to try to believe in. It's not something you try to convince yourself of. It's just true, and you have to realize that. So my challenge to you, my challenge to everyone is go make a story, go make an adventure, go do something different. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect it to end differently. It just isn't. I mean, that's the definition. Sorry about that. That is the definition of insanity, to repeat the same event and expect a different outcome. If you're doing the same thing you did last Saturday morning, your Monday is going to be the same Monday. It's just that simple. So, but anyway, I am rambling on and ranting, and this has been a hastily put together, apparently I'm very popular all of a sudden, very hasty put together thing, but I just, get up. Do something different. But get up. For God's sakes, get up, get up, get up. And wake up. Just wake up. So forgive me for my ramblings ahead of time or after the fact. Just, for God's sakes, do something. Go in Monday with a story. Go in Monday with a story. If nothing else, imagine the story you want to be telling on Monday morning. Like, think to myself, oh, I wish I could tell somebody I did whatever. And then go do it. Like, a scaled down version, a mini version, a fake version. Just do it. Like, create the life you want to lead. And you're not going to end up there by accident. You're just not. And if you don't know what that is, go try something for the first time today. Check it off the list. Like, if you think photography might be your thing, then go take pictures this weekend. And if that doesn't excite you, fine. Then check, I don't like photography. And then but anyway. You get the point, and I don't have any idea what this is going to look like at the end, but hopefully enough of this came together to produce something. But for God's sakes, get up.